Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Tepi Somerani, but you guys can call me Miss Tepi. It's been a while. It's been a while since I did a YouTube video. It's been rough out there. Yeah, work has just been hectic. I hope you guys are great. South Africa is so hot at the moment, so I hope wherever you're sitting in the world, it's a little bit cooler. Anyways, the topic today is so close to my heart. It's so dear to my heart. Today I'm going to be talking about purpose. Yeah. A word we always throw around and we always chat about this. A lot of prominent speakers talk about it. The companies we work for, our leaders speak about purpose. You know, we as individuals are trying to find our purpose. In churches, they speak about purpose. So yeah, today I've brought it to my channel and I've brought it to me to reflect just on my purpose and what I've learned and the research I've done over the last couple of weeks, just chatting to people about purpose and just listening to a whole lot of podcasts that touch on purpose, listening to a whole lot of speakers that speak about purpose, and just wanting to find out from my life and how I live and just my purpose, and because it's something for the past decade that I've been trying to chase myself. And yeah, I've gotten to a point where I'm like, I actually am not gonna wake up and find my purpose. That's just not how it works. And yeah, so I was listening to an interview, and Kasta Semenya was being interviewed, and she literally broke it down for me, and it felt like she was like talking to me and giving me content for this video. And she said that she knows that and I won't, yeah, let me just put it like this. She said that I know that I have a deep voice. I know that I have a flat chest. I know that I look like a boy. And that's okay. And for that very reason, I am authentic and I love myself for being authentic. But what I'm fighting for, and the fights that I'm going through with all my gender fights that I'm fighting in athletes, as an athlete, it's just all those fights. My win on those fights will simply mean that the next generation of young women that are different, the next generation of young girls that are being segregated, literally it means that generation will be able to compete. They'll be able, the girls that will come after me will be so free in being themselves. They'll be so free in being authentic, because they didn't choose their DNA. It's in the DNA that people look the way that they do in most instances. So when she said that, for me it landed big time, because then for me, what that says for me is that she understands what her purpose is. Her purpose is to fight so that the next generation of athletes that are different, genetically different, those athletes will have a place and a space in the athletes industry. And it was just, for me, landed the whole purpose topic that I wanted to talk about, and what I'm going through as well, what I have gone through for the past like 10 years, trying to find my purpose, trying to understand what it is. But for me, what like boils down to purpose is what your soul calls you to become, or actually who your soul calls you to become, is your purpose. I feel that I didn't have to go out there and find my purpose outside of who I am. It was always about me, my soul. What is my soul calling me to do? Or who is my soul calling me to become? And you know, my mentor also said, she said to me, Tepi, I am done. I'm done trying to wake up every morning and proving myself to people, proving my worth to people. I'm done doing that. Now what I do, and I really love doing, is I wake up every morning and I serve. That's all I do. In my company, in everything that I do, and the women I engage with, I wake up and I serve. I'm done. My days are done of waking up to try and prove my worth to people. And for me, it also landed, that is the second landing on purpose, that this person, her purpose is to serve, to give herself truly and genuinely, to give herself like her talents to put her talents out there, to put her skills out there, to serve people, not to put her skills out there to prove to other people that she is great at what she does or that she's great as a person. It wasn't about that anymore for her. It was about serving, taking all of that, all of who she is, putting it out into the world to serve the world for the better good of the world, whatever that good is in the world. Some people believe there isn't any good in the world, but there are still some people that are here and their purpose are feeling like it's to serve the world and the people around them and their businesses and their households and and for me, that just landed it again, that purpose is based on what your soul, your own soul, what your soul is calling you to do, or who your soul is calling you to become. So, and when I bring it back to me, purpose is just a beautiful thing. And it's so, it's ironic that it for me, it takes me back to my mom's passing, because that's when I started to question myself a lot more about purpose and why I'm here. What is my purpose for liviving as long as I have lived? What is the purpose for me to become a mother, or to become the roles that I've become in my life? What is the purpose as a person and in my soul? What is my soul saying I need to do? And for me, when my mom passed, I was in the car with her. I was driving her to the hospital after she's had a huge asthma attack. It was the most severe. My mom had had asthma attacks so many times in front of my eyes, but she would recover from them, and she would recover quite quickly. Her asthma pump will get her to become better, or her tablets would get her to become better. But at this point in time, she had had this asthma attack and it was hectic. And I could just see that we are going into the red danger zone of asthma attacks. And I was only about 25 years old. I tried to drive her to the hospital, and on the way, she passed. Yeah, on the way, she passed away. And, I asked myself, Tepi, so how do you know that at that point, when you're saying on the way she passed, at that point, how do you know that she passed? And my soul just told me. My soul, she looked into my eyes. I looked into her eyes as I was driving. I don't know how I didn't have an accident that night. But as I was driving, I could just see that it's happening. And once her eyes went blank and I had to close her eyes while I was driving, my soul said that her purpose and her job on this world is done. What her soul had come here to do is finished. As painful as that was for me in that moment, in that time, as painful as it was, but as time went by, weeks, months went by after she passed, I remembered that moment, that second when it happened. I remember very clearly when my soul and her soul actually connected, even on a higher level, where it was almost like her soul was saying, I am done. Whatever I needed to do here and right now is done. And it left me with deeper questions about what is my soul here to do? And when, with the second I've got to leave this earth, what is it that I would have ticked off and been oh, I'm done. That's the last thing. Do we know what those things are? Was my mom aware of those things? If it's one thing or two things, did she know what those, because those things, I'm referring to purpose. Did she know her purpose and did she live it? Because she obviously, from the outside, I could say that she obviously didn't know that she was going to pass at that point in time. But we don't know what happens to the soul when the time comes. But for me, the biggest question was that, did she know that at this point in time she'll be leaving? And did she know what her purpose was? And does she know, did she live it at all? Was she aware of it? Was she conscious enough? And I started living my life like that. What is your purpose, Tepiso? And I didn't go out seeking it. By going out, I'm saying I didn't live outside of myself, questioning that question, myself, that are you here to help people? Are you here to rescue the world? No, it was just about who is my soul calling me to become? What is my soul calling me to do? And for me, my soul was just calling me to become genuine, to become a genuine person. That's what my soul was calling me to do at that point, and still is at this point, although my growth is my purpose has grown legs now. Like my purpose is to become an honest person, to make sure that I live honestly, I laugh honestly and genuinely, I speak honestly and genuinely. When I say things, I say them from my heart. I mean, I know that I'm not perfect, and we can't say that every single thing I say is from my heart. We say things when we're angry that are not from our heart. But what I'm saying to you, the gist of it all, is that for me, and what my answer was in asking myself about my purpose, my soul was telling me that my purpose is to become a genuine person and to interact with people that way, to interact with opportunities that way, interact with opportunities in a genuine manner, interact with humans in a genuine manner, interact with pets in a genuine manner, just interact genuinely, engage genuinely, give genuinely, without expecting anything in return. And that's just the person that I've become, and the person that my soul has told me that your purpose in this earth, your purpose in this earth is to touch anything with a genuine intention, and to be intentional about what you touch and how, because your purpose has to always center what you do and your actions and your interactions to the world, to yourself, to the people that you touch, to everything that's in my life and that I get to interact with. So I'd like to close this video by just saying to you that purpose is what your soul is calling you to become. It is what your soul is, what your soul is telling you to do. What comes within, you can never seek purpose outside of who you are. You can never seek purpose in items. You can never seek purpose in other people. It can never be done that way. We need to look deep inside to understand what our purpose is. And our life experiences also, our life experiences are the pathway to our purpose. Our life experiences are sometimes so painful that you feel like you're not supposed to be on this earth, but maybe that's when you have to be asking yourself, why am I here and what my purpose is. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was very dear to my heart. And yeah, I know that there's a lot of content out there about purpose. I hope that you find the time to just go out there and just check out all the content on purpose. Build yourself. This channel is all about personal growth. This channel is all about learning together. So if you can, make sure you find time to check other videos that I've done. Hopefully you can pick up a nugget or two on them. But otherwise, I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for sticking through up until the end. Share, like, subscribe. Yeah, see you in the next one. Mwah.